The prophet of the invisible. Athens, 399 BC. A man is sentenced to death, not for a crime, but for a question. He was a stonecutter who refused to bow to the gods of the city. He didn't build temples, he dismantled mines. History calls him Socrates, but the early church called him something else, a Christian before Christ. 4 centuries before the cross was raised, a man in a bedsheet had already solved the mystery of the soul. He was a martyr for a god the world hadn't named yet. This is the psychological autopsy of the man who died for the truth. Athens was crowded. 12 gods, thousands of rituals, infinite superstition. But Socrates saw through the stone. He spoke of a Daemon, a divine inner voice that directed his every move. He believed in a single, unchangeable truth, an architecture of the universe that didn't care about the whims of Zeus or the anger of Poseidon. In a world of many gods, Socrates was a monotheist in all but name. He was an anomaly, a glitch in the pagan software. While others sacrificed goats to win a war, Socrates sacrificed his reputation to find his soul. He realized that if the truth was one, then the gods were many lies, and in Athens, that realization was a death sentence. Socrates didn't fear death. To him, the body was a cage, the soul was the prisoner. He taught that our time on earth is a temporary exile from a world of perfect light. Sound familiar? He preached that it was better to suffer an injustice than to commit one. He taught that the soul is immortal and that the true self cannot be harmed by a blade or a cup of poison. He was architecting the morality of the Western world 400 years before the first gospel was written. He lived in poverty, he walked barefoot, he mocked the wealthy. He was the Sigma of the ancient world, a man whose only possession was his integrity. And integrity is the most dangerous thing you can own in a corrupt city. They gave him a choice: apologize or die. His friends bribed the guards. They had a boat waiting. They had a path to safety. But Socrates looked at the door and stayed in the chair. To run away was to admit that the city was right. To die was to prove that his truth was stronger than their laws. He drank the hemlock with the cold precision of a man drinking water. He didn't scream. He didn't beg. He watched his own body go cold, analyzing the process of his own death until the very last breath. He didn't just die, he won the argument. He proved that a man who is mastered by his own soul is a man who can be controlled by a state. The Greeks killed the man, but they couldn't kill the idea. Socrates paved the road that the world would walk for the next 2 millennia. He was the first to show us that the truth isn't found in a temple, it's found in the mirror. The elite observe, the average scroll. The lab is open. Choose your side.